Hello friends, this is Murtaza. I'm an accountant in Toronto, you know that. I'm here with another useful video for you guys. And I'm making this video on a lot of requests that I received in your comments, emails, phone calls. It's one of the things that a lot of people are, always asking questions about. I get to know what video to make. In your comments, you give me the suggestions and emails and phone calls. I really appreciate your response. I'm really glad that you're liking my channel, and I'm like super happy that you're finding my videos useful and helpful, making you do a lot of stuff yourself and giving you the understanding about your taxes and accounting issues, right? So I thank you for that. So let's move on to this video. So this is about HST filing, HST net filing. So in my previous videos, I have explained what HST is about, what GST, general sales tax, and HST harmonized sales tax are about. Why you pay that, why you receive that, and all that, right? So in this video, introduction to the HST system, or what HST is about, and then we are gonna go directly to how to net file an HST return, right? So HST, harmonized sales tax, let's say we are doing it for Ontario, so over here we have HST, but in some provinces you just have GST. You have to file two returns, one for the provincial sales tax and the other for the general or the federal sales tax, right? But in Ontario, it's kind of coupled together, and you have to file just one sales tax return, that's why it's called harmonized, like HST, right? Which is 13% in Ontario. Okay. The second thing is that let's say you are a small business or a contractor or self-employed rideshare driver or a taxi driver, or that kind of a business you have. So you have to file your HST return, right? You have to do it because you collected HST on your invoices or on your sales, or as an Uber driver, let's say, you were collecting HST on the fares that you collected off of the Uber app, right, from the passengers. So that HST has to be reported to the Canadian federal government, right? Now, the rule is, let's say, in a very simple, in a very easy way. So if your revenues are expected to grow more than $30,000, you are it becomes mandatory for you to start charging or collecting HST and remitting it over to the government, right? Exceptions for some businesses apply here. Okay. Anyway, so now what you're gonna do is, since you've started to collect HST on your invoices, or it's coming to you from other sources, but you're collecting it, you have to report it in an HST return, and that gives you a right to claim ITCs, which is input tax credits, on your purchases. So, for example, if I invoice it, let's say I'm just making it up. So, if I send somebody an invoice of $113, right, $100 plus 13 HST, that means $13 is HST that my customer is paying $113. So out of that $113, $100 will go to my business as sales, and the $13 is a liability which I have to give to the government, right? So, for example, for that $100 sales, I bought something which was for um, $13, right? I bought it from my supplier, right? So in that $13, or let's say 13 is, yeah, I bought something for $11.3, right? So $11.30. So I paid that much amount to my supplier, and that amount also had HST, right? So now if I want to do the breakdown of that $11.30, it's gonna be $10 for the supplies that I purchased and later on sold out for $100, and $1.3, 130 cents, I paid as HST. So now that $1.30 HST is my input tax credit. So when I am doing, I'm filing my HST return, my output tax, or the tax that I have to send to the government, or the tax that I collected on behalf of the government, is $13, and that the sales tax that I paid is $1.30, which is ITC, or input tax credit. I hope this example is useful. Okay, so I'm going to say, okay, $13 is the amount that I collected, and $1.30 is the amount that I paid on my purchases for this. So the net amount that I'm going to send to the government is going to be 13 minus 1.30, $11.07 or 70 cents. Yes, that is the amount that I'm going to remit to the government, right? So I'm not going to remit the whole amount, which is $13. So let's say if, you can deduct the HST you paid on the supplies or purchases. You can deduct that from the amount payable to the government, and whatever is the net amount, that is the amount you have to send to the government. Okay. Now, to file HST return, there is like two ways, right? One is do it manually, for which you can download a form from the website, from CRA website, and fill it in and mail it to the relevant address, right? The other, which is very convenient method, is to netfile. So this is the method that we are going to work on. So we are going to be working on netfiling and HST return. Okay. So I already have the page open here, but if I go to Google and say HST netfiling, so it gives me this, takes me to this, gives me this link, and I can click on it, and it brings me to this page. All right. So it's all about the HST, GST-HST netfiling. Excuse me. So I'm gonna go to ready to file, and now we're gonna get the hands on. Okay. So ready to file the online checklist. It's better you go through the checklist. If you're doing it first time, it's better to read through all this information. It's going to be useful. And once you've read all this information, you're going to go to continue and come to this form. All right. So this form is where you're going to provide all the information which is related to your business and which is related to this tax filing. Okay. So the business number, this is going to be the 9-digit number. You have that number, that 9 digits, and RT 0001 or 0002 or something. That is the number we're going to put in here. Okay. So I'm just going to do the copy paste here, and I have to blur this information just for the confidentiality, because right now we are actually filing an HST return. So this is like no markup or anything. This is the real stuff. Access code, very important. So this access code is a 4-digit, random 4 digits that's sent to you by CRA, and this is, let's say it's a passcode. It's 4 digits. It's a numeric 4 digits that you have to that CRA gives you in their communication to you. So that you can put that here, and then once you have it here and provided here, then you'll be able to get access to the further filing form. Okay, so I have the access code. Say this one, 4. Reporting period. So reporting period, again, very important information. If it's not matching with what CRA has in their record, they're not gonna let you go through. Okay, you're gonna find an error here. You need to know what reporting period is, because sometimes you're filing quarterly, sometimes you're filing annually, and if you're filing for the first time, there has to be a starting date from which date you're filing, and until the end of the year or until the end of the quarter, right? So for example, let's say I'm just putting a wrong date here. So if it's a full year for me, I'm gonna put the January 1st, 2021 until December 31st, 2021, because this is for the whole year. If it's one quarter, you're gonna have to provide the right dates here. Okay, so these ones you can go through but if you're a small business, and let's say if you're a taxi driver, Uber driver, or a small business, you can just not click any of these boxes and click on next. So when I click on next, it's not gonna let me go through, because I put the wrong reporting period here. So it says, according to our records, the dates you entered for your reporting period are not valid for your account, right? So as I said, that these dates have to match with the date of the date that the CRA holds. So I intentionally put the wrong date here, so I'm going to put the right date here, which is the July 16th. So it's July 16, 2021 to December 31st. And now I'm going to go ahead and click next. So it's going to let me click. Okay, so this is where your account shows up, right? Business number, this is your business number again, and the business name, whatever your business name is. It could be a name for the business, or it could be, if you're a self-employed and you got the HST on your own name, then your own name will appear here, and the reporting period that this return. So this is actually the form, the return form, right? So this is what this form is for. This is the reporting period. Okay, so now in the line 101, so these are different lines or boxes, right? If you see the HST return form, physical form, it will have these numbers as well. So in the line 101, line 135, 136, so I'm just gonna put the amounts in and explain those as well, which are relevant to this particular return, right? So for the 101, we have to put in the sales or the revenues that we have. So this is the amount of sales or revenues that we had, and on which we collected HST, and also the other revenue. Okay, so this is the all of the sales that you're gonna put in here. Okay. So this is, for me, it's gonna be this amount, 108, 31. Okay, so I'm not gonna discuss or talk about these. The next two, I'm gonna go to line 105, which is the amount of HST that I collected, right? So that amount is, for me, is, say, how much is the amount? $534.08. Okay, So this is again the amount that I collected on behalf of the government. This is the HST that I collected off of my invoices, or if you're an Uber driver, this amount will appear on your Uber tax summary. This is the tax amount, the HST amount that Uber collected from the riders on your behalf, right? So it's a similar case with e-commerce. Like if you're an e-commerce store, this is the sales tax that you collected from your customers on behalf of the government. So this is always a liability. Don't include this amount, or a lot of people make this mistake. This is not an income. This amount is a liability. Like I gave you the example of $113. So $113 is not your revenue. Your revenue or your sales is just the $100, and the $13 is a liability. You just collected some amount on behalf of the government, and you're going to send that to the government, right? Okay, coming to the next line, which is line 108. So this is where the ITCs come, right? This is the line that that's going to help you decrease the amount of liability, right? So again, the ITCs are the amount of HST that you paid on the inputs, on the purchases. So for example, whatever you sold, you bought some merchandise and sold it for on a premium, right? So whatever HST you paid on that merchandise, your raw materials, is the ITCs, or the input tax credits, right? So your input tax credit is the HST you paid on the inputs, right? Okay, so for here I have it as here. Okay, again, I'm not discussing the maths, how these amounts are calculated and all that. I'm pretty sure that you already know, and if you don't know, I have made different videos how to calculate HST and handle HST and this and that. You can see other videos to find that help, right? But this working, the working behind these numbers is very important, right? So you need to know your revenues, you need to know how much HST you collected, and you definitely need to know how much HST you paid on as inputs, right? Okay, so for you, this is all the amounts that you want to put in, and if you have any HST that you had been paying, so for example, a lot of contractors, let's say contractors, they are collecting HST, and what they do is they're just making some payments to CRA as advance payments, let's put it that way, right? So I advise my clients, a lot of contractors, to IT contractors and others, to make those payments, small payments every month or every now and then, so that at the end of the year when we file the HST return, it doesn't come as a big amount to us. So if you're collecting, it's a liability. It's better to get that liability off of your head, off your shoulders, and you're done. So in that scenario, if you're making any advance payments, you put those amounts here, right, in line 110. So that's pretty much it for this simple HST return, and then you're just gonna go. So the calculation, the difference between these two is going to be calculated in the next screen, right? And if you're doing a manual return, then you have to calculate the amount yourself and put the amount in the box, either in box 114 or 115. If it's a refund, like if CRA owes you something, then it's gonna be a refund, and you're gonna put that amount in 114 box. And if it's an owing, like you owe CRA, you have to remit to CRA, then it's going to be $115. Then it's going to be put into the box number 150. Alright, so let's click next. Now this is your HST return summary. Again, the same information on the top, the header information, your business number, your name, business name, and the reporting period. And then all the lines that that are applicable here, and all the lines that you put the information in would appear here. So your sales is here, and then the line 105 is the amount of adjustments and the amount of HST collected and any adjustments here, and then the ITCs and adjustment over here in the line 108, and in the line 114 if there is any refund it would appear here. Since in this return there is no refund, so it's an amount owing, it's gonna appear in the line 115, so you put that here. In the next step, it asks you if you are going to make this payment within the next 5 days. Okay, so so the amount, if you plan to in the next 5 days, why is it asking for this? The reason for this question is that this might be, if you're expecting it to be paid in next 5 days, so that CRA makes the adjustments in their notice of assessment and send you the notice after, right? So in this case, I'm not sure if my client is going to be making this payment within the next 5 days, so I'm going to say no, which is the option usually used. And the certification, so again the certification is that you're putting in the right information to your knowledge and all that, right? So once you go through this, you check this box as well, and then you're good. So you just have another look at it. This is the amount. You compare it with your Excel or whatever work you've done. You compare the numbers for the last time, and 534.08 and 486 and 2 cents. All right, we have that. So our amount is 48.06. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit submit. So once I submit this tax return, I'm gonna get a confirmation, and this confirmation is gonna be, again the same thing, that this information has been filed, and you also get a confirmation number, which is this, right? So you want to keep a copy of this thing, and the easy way is to save as PDF. I can do that. So it gets downloaded in my system, and if I want to make a payment, I can proceed. I can press this button, proceed to pay, right? Otherwise, this is what it has to be, right? So we are done with the HST filing, and if I go to my PDF, so this is the copy of my return, and it shows the confirmation. So if at any time CRA says, hey, we haven't received your HST return and this and that, so this is the copy you want to share with them, and the confirmation number, very important in that at that time, right? So you're going to give them this confirmation number that I've already filed, and I have this confirmation number, and they're going to double check with their record and all that, right? So this is easy, right? So the most important thing is your HST calculations. Then you can just come online. You need to have the HST number, the reporting periods. We have explained the access code, we have already explained, and then it's a simple form. You can just go into it just takes you into your account, and then you can put the numbers in the right places or in the right boxes, and then submit. That's it, and you're gonna get this return. And after this, CRA is gonna do the assessment and send you a notice of assessment for this HST return. Alright, so this is all, guys. If you have any questions related to HST or net filing this return, you let me know in the comments, and I would really appreciate if you like the video and subscribe to my channel. And let me know if you want me to make videos on any topic. I will definitely do my best to do that. Alright, have a great day and take care. Bye.